brothers and sisters and the entire families world over, wherever you are. We extend you a very warm welcome at 3:15 p.m. on Saturday, post afternoon lunchtime, 26th of December 2020. That is Indian Standard Time. But my brothers and sisters, those are joining from different parts of the world, I know you have just taken your dinner in Australia, Fiji, and New Zealand, and people are about to go for dinner in ASEAN countries. At the same time, my brothers and sisters, those are joining from Middle East, you're going for your evening tea along with the Central Asia people. And of course, people are preparing for early lunch in entire Europe, and of course, I've got lots of brothers and sisters joining from Africa, and those are joining from Mauritius, Seychelles, and then, of course, I go back to South Korea. And also, we have got people from Taiwan, my dear friends, Punjabis, those are staying over there. We extend you a very hearty welcome. Pleasure to have all of you. And this afternoon, it's indeed a great privilege. We have got Professor Kirti Bhushan Pradhanji. He's an expert healthcare management, and he's going to share his vision with us. A very hearty welcome to him this afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Our Chamber, International Chamber for Service Industry, extends a very warm welcome to all of you. And you know the next Parvasi Bharti Divas is also coming on 9th of January 2021. Gear up. It's going to be the virtual summit. It is going to be, as you all believe that the whole world is one family, it's a Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. All of us, we are together. Today, we are taking one very important topic which has been requested from the world over by all our brothers and sisters. Those are in different countries and continents. And they wanted to know what exactly is happening in medical tourism. And we all understand that India gives medical value travel, and people who come to India, they get their medical treatment more economically vis-a-vis other places. So we are going to discuss on that, and broadly, when we are taking the whole medical tourism, conventional, and then the wellness part and the alternative medicines, and post-pandemic, of course, the wellness regeneration is very, very important for all of us. The entire medical tourism process, when we talk about, uh, although the focus is non-resident Indian, but there are many other patients also those come to India for medical treatment. So there's a diagnosis, there's a treatment, and there's a post-treatment care. All three taken into consideration. And when we look at the global medical tourism scenario, there are a number of countries, those are offering medical services nowadays, medical tourism services nowadays. And most travel destination for medical tourism, when you talk about, India is one of the preferred destination because number one, it is very economical to get treated in India, and secondly, people feel very homely and very fine right over here. Now, there are different states in India, particularly when we talk about our own country's geographical and political map. So there are different states: Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu, Delhi, Uttar Pradesh, Rajasthan, West Bengal, Kerala, and a couple of other states. Those offer the medical services in their own way. It is very, very cost effective to travel to India and to get medical treatment over here vis-a-vis couple of other countries. When we talk about US cost, Thailand cost, Singapore cost, all that is to be taken into consideration. Now, people coming right up to Delhi, and slowly and gradually they are realizing that Delhi is overcrowded, and partially it is, when we talk about the entire system, it is polluted also up to some extent, they say. And climatic condition, weather condition, cleanliness, all that we take into consideration, fresh oxygen. So for fresh oxygen, northern India, beyond Delhi, when we come 250 kilometers away to Chandigarh, or when we come to district Mohali of Punjab, or when you come to district Panchkula of Haryana, All these beautiful places, when we talk about, they have a tremendous potential as far as the medical tourism facilities and medical tourism infrastructure is concerned. Our chamber has developed a portal, myhealthtrip.in. We are in the process of putting in information into it, but due to COVID-19 and pandemic, everything got deferred and everything got delayed. And now we are taking a little more time to give the final shape to this particular web portal, and thereafter it will be available to the whole world, myhealthtrip.in. And this is the magazine which we launched on 21st of June last year. That was the last event, and thereafter we were planning to have a couple of programs, but slowly and gradually the situation was changing. And then January onward, we all know how the things changed dramatically. 2014, our chamber organized the very big international mega conference come expo, health and wellness. And thereafter, we had gone to northeast part of India, where the Honorable Prime Minister considered that particular region as Ashtalakshmi. So, in what do you call Assam, we had one of the functions. So, coming to the state of Punjab, beautiful Punjab, we had organized a very big mega event on 6th of April, that is on the eve of the World Health Day. And also, we organized another event on 21st of June, International Yoga Day last year. Sorry, that this year. No, last year. Then comes entire webinar series when we talk about, ladies and gentlemen, our efforts are that how do we make education relevant, skills relevant, competencies relevant, entrepreneurship relevant, opening as a startup or self-employment, you know, kind of a right direction opening. So we are having 25 to 26 webinars every week at present, which is going on. So over here, I wish to share this evening at 5 p.m. We have got Swami Vivekananda's teachings that is coming all the way. And then every Saturday evening, like 5 p.m., we will have Swami Vivekananda. 6:30, we will have Thanksgiving for Ayurveda. We have come a very long way. And every Saturday, we have been organizing during this coronavirus a special session related to Ayurveda. Then 8 p.m. tonight, immediately after Ayurveda, we have got another program with non-resident Indians that is coming all the way from Middle East when Anand Prakashji joins us, and that is Principal Birla Public School from Doha. He would be there to address us tonight, and that will be the webinar number 494. The world has got into the new order now, the golden triangle when you talk about earlier Delhi, Agra, Jaipur. Now it is basic food, basic health and basic education. B2B is back to basics. And when we talk about the development world over, it is going to be sustainable development. Ladies and gentlemen, whatever human mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. Let's come together. This evening, we have got a very distinguished, very prestigious invitee, Professor Kirti Pradhanji. He's an expert healthcare management. Professor Kirti Pradhanji, he is a health management professional with 25 years of experience in India, and he is currently an expert advisor in healthcare sector. His interest areas are capacity building and strategic involvement in strategic innovations in healthcare sector. He guides and mentors medical tourism organizations and healthcare entrepreneurs, both in Asian and African countries. With these words, ladies and gentlemen, join me in extending a very hearty welcome to Professor Kirti Pradhanji. Professor Kirti Pradhanji, he had been very kind that at a very short notice, he agreed to join because he told it's for the global wellness. So we extend a very warm welcome to him. It's a pleasure to have him. Thank you very much, Professor, for joining us this evening. And thank you very much. It's a pleasure to see you after a long time because this pandemic has taken so much of time and people were passing through very difficult times. We ourselves passed through very difficult times. So now I would request Professor Kirti Bhushan Pradhanji to share his vision. What is medical tourism? How India and particularly North India can become a destination for medical tourism? The countries, those are offering medical tourism, how they are offering, on which forums they are offering, and what exactly is the future roadmap. Because our NRI friends are very keen that they should come to know in one canvas, very clear, crystal clear perspective that once we take medical treatment in India, what are the benefits, whether it is covered by insurance or not, and what we should do and what we can do. With these words, Professor Kirti Bhushan Pradhanji.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. And my dear audience, welcome. Gulsanji has given a wonderful overview of medical tourism. But I would like to share some of my innovative thoughts on what medical tourism should be and why. Let us start with our human expectations. Human beings, although are concerned about the cost and quality of healthcare, but most importantly, for a healing process, it's not just the cost and quality is the concern. For a good healing process in healthcare, the social aspect and the cultural food aspect is very, very critical for a faster healing. That's what my analysis has been. What I find is, during the course of your treatment, during the course of your healing process, if we can have our near and dear ones besides us, closer to us, the language we speak, the culture we belong from, the food we like, the taste buds look forward to those things, and which in fact contributes a lot to the healing process. And fortunately, for our NRIs, India gives that opportunity. As we all know, being such a diverse country, we have different type of language, different type of food, although it's the same one country called India for outsiders. And we do know how it matters to us on our daily life and our quality of life. Hence, for me, I look at medical tourism from a 360-degree angle. Cost, for sure, India is at an advantage for a variety of reasons. It's not just low-cost manpower, it's also locally available consumables, medicines, instruments, equipment, which we used to import in the earlier days. But today, kind of self-sufficiency is there within the country. As a result, all this together is helping in reducing the cost of treatment. And there is a wrong belief that it's low-cost manpower. It's not true. India have started paying very decently to its healthcare human resources. But because of the cost of consumables, drugs, medicines, equipment, instruments, which is locally assembled, locally manufactured, has brought down this cost factor. In terms of quality, India has been very stringent in the current era with NABH in place, which is a Indian quality certification body. And there are hospitals in the private sector, they do take JCI accreditation also, which adds to the quality factor. And not only that, Government of India has designed multiple quality agencies depending on the healthcare services, whether it is a public service, whether it is a private service, doesn't matter. So hence quality is also improving day by day. And on top of that, cost quality, we get the complementary services, complementary healing services, which we probably don't find in many countries of the world, which is like our yoga and meditation, are complementary therapies which aids in faster recovery, faster healing, better recovery, without causing any harm to the human body. You'll be surprised to know institution, a center of excellence like PGI, Postgraduate Institute of Medical Education and Research, which is based out of Chandigarh, has started officially yoga and meditation as a complementary therapy within the PGI setup. And a huge amount of, it's a research oriented service which is going on at PGI. Group of doctors, group of experts are involved into that. You can imagine all this is part and parcel of the Indian culture for ages. And today, modern medicine has started providing that as a complementary and supplementary kind of treatment, and which is very rare to find in many other places. The other part I wanted to say, especially in focus of Punjab and the northern pocket, which has amazing healthcare facilities, both public and private sector, plus the charitable sectors. As you would have seen, Jalandhar is a place where it's the highest concentration of excellent group of hospitals, besides the Tri-City, which has some of the amazing hospitals and healthcare facilities, and which also do believe in providing all the complementary and supplementary healthcare services for a faster and better harmless healing. That's very, very important. All this complementary medicine, all these complementary processes of healing, they are trying to make it harmless. Although we do realize the modern medicine, in spite of its faster and better recovery status, has some kind of side effects, and which our doctors have done the research, which part, which point, and at which stage a human being can be put into complementary medication, complementary treatment. And this has been a big, big boon for India and India's medical tourism facility. And slowly, the other part of the world is trying to take this knowledge from India. How can they also include or integrate the complementary and supplementary healing process, which is Ayurveda, which is yoga, meditations, and all, including homeopathic and those kind of services into the formal treatment. And very soon, those will be a big area of export from India, actually export of knowledge, export of services to variety of countries. And all this together puts us in a better platform than many other countries for medical tourism to be very attractive. And coming back to the point I said, in India also we see there are pockets or there are states which are very, very pro mobility to the foreign countries. And all our NRI friends, relatives, they would love to come back to India for their treatments, for their ambulatory surgeries, and for their planned surgical treatments. As I said, certain surgical treatments, no human being, however healthy lifestyle he or she may maintain, can't avoid that. Example can be a cataract surgery. Example can be something related to our joints, which is purely due to aging process. Even if a human being tries to maintain one of the best lives, very disciplined life, still these kind of surgeries are required for a human being. And to do that, India is probably the best destination in the world. We have fantastic surgeons, well proven. If you take the example of cataract, in my own way, in my all teachings and conferences, I used to say, these are not disease actually. These are part of life which has to happen and we have to repair it. A normal human being faces all these conditions in his lifetime or in our lifetime and have to do this surgery. And why not do it in India with all extended relatives? The similar taste board which NRIs have left long back, coming back to India. And it can be in any place. If you go to the district headquarters, today we have very good private facilities. Doctors are very skilled, and with NABH, JCI accreditation, the quality is ensured. And whatever little infrastructure we lack, I think our governments, our policymakers are trying to bridge that gap, whether it is flight, whether it is the transport, little bit roads are very good now. So all that I think will happen in due course of time once this critical mass starts landing in India for medical tourism, at least for non-emergency surgeries, which you can plan it well, come during as per your convenient time and get it done in the best hands possible. If you look at India's, I'll give you one statistics. India is probably the highest cataract surgery done country in the world. Today, almost 70 lakhs, 7 million cataract surgeries happens per year in India. And with literally 99.9% quality and outcome. Hardly any mishap. If any mishap, it's probably due to the body conditions of a particular human being, maybe diabetes, maybe some complications. Otherwise, normally it's done very well. So like that, many such planned surgeries are very well developed in India. If you take the consumables also, there was a time when a lot of consumables India used to import maybe 20 years back. But today, a lot of these consumables are manufactured in India. And there is variety. Like I used to jokingly say, in India, if somebody has little money, can enjoy a car, has plenty of money, also has variety of cars. Whether it is you can get a car for $3,000 to probably $300,000. All range is manufactured in India by Indians. So this kind of similarly in healthcare also, a lot of our equipment, a lot of our consumables are today produced in India. And also they have tried to match all kind of social strata's pocket. And no consumable is bad, but then they vary based on little bit of additions here and there of luxury, of status, of branding and all that. But even the lowest priced consumables are very good quality. I have personally analyzed that data and I found because Indian government has become very stringent and very strict on pharmaceutical and consumables manufacturing. So even the lowest price doesn't mean that it's low quality. Probably it's manufactured with some subsidy from the government. Probably it's manufactured with a very innovative material which the other companies are not using. So that's how the prices have come down. And hence, let us not mistake that if something is low priced, it's low quality. Not true. Sometimes, depending on the human mind, depending on the socio-cultural and economic levels of people, which we find very interesting in India, unlike many other countries, we have 6 layers of socio-economic strata. And to satisfy their need, all our products are designed that way. That doesn't mean that the lower price product is bad. Our Maruti cars, if you take, who are kind of at the lower range of price, are the most efficient and effective vehicles in the world, probably. So similarly, the consumables and all the gadgets are manufactured taking into consideration the 6 layers, which is mostly poor, lower middle class, middle class, upper middle class, rich, and super rich. All these layers do get variety of services based on their choices, liking, and that's what makes India very unique in the world, which you don't see. I have been to 25 countries in this world for a variety of work related assignments. I have not seen such layers in any country, to be very frank. I've seen either rich or middle class or poor, 3 categories. But in India, as I said, we see 6 categories of socioeconomic layer. And our innovators, our industries, our business houses have designed everything, whether it is healthcare related consumables, non-healthcare related consumables and goods, to match to every socioeconomic strata of our society. Which means it helps not only us. Imagine a poorer country than us, whether it is in Africa, whether it is in Asia. Those population also come and take advantage of India's this socio-economic layer. Similarly, although we call all our brothers and sisters as NRIs, but among NRIs, there will be working class, there will be business class, and there will be super rich intelligentsia class, and with different levels of income. Not necessarily because somebody is an NRI has plenty of income. So coming back to India for healthcare, coming back to India for health and wellness is of very, very critical choice in life, which will suit the pocket, the income level, the sociocultural level, and as I said, the healing process due to your food, your taste, and your relatives' presence, and able to see them, all that matters for a good healthcare system, which this kind of comprehensive nature of healthcare services we won't find in any other country. We may find bit of sophistication, we may find bit of fancy, sophisticated gadgets, maybe in some other hospitals, but in terms of the skill of the surgeons, the skill of the human power or human resources in the health sector, and the associated factors, what I mentioned, probably difficult to get in many countries. And hence, medical tourism in India is of very, very critical strategic importance. And by doing that, one is for sure, it's economic growth for the country. And it's in one way, our own people, our own NRIs are trying to help their own country for improving the healthcare. Because the more they use the facility, the more our facilities will be tuned to serve them as per their choices, as per their likings, and will understand their likings and dislikings much better and get prepared much better. Hence, I request my NRI brothers and sisters, those who may have a different impression of the past, long, long past, should come and visit, should come and see what drastic changes India has gone through in terms of healthcare. And the other interesting part is nowhere in the world, actually, sometimes I'm invited by some of the developing countries to speak about how India is able to provide health insurance of 5 lakhs rupees to its bottom of the pyramid 400 million population. They're not able to understand. So they just want to hear from us, how was it possible? And which India has done. And with the Corona and COVID situation, India has opened up another very interesting strategy, which is telehealth. Telehealth was not there in India prior to March 2020. And in March 2020, it got approval, formal approval, and it's a formal mode of treatment now. Legal, formal mode of treatment. So even if after your surgery or treatment, you are back to the foreign land, you can seek your services from the doctors through telehealth system. So these kind of things, which is amazing. And the other interesting part is, again, one of my innovative thoughts, which I see in some part of the world, people practice it. The more and more NRIs and medical tourism happens in India, probably our private hospitals will be very generous to share a bit of profit from those incomes for the treating the poor and the needy on the tertiary treatment side. Today, although they have that in their mind, they want to serve the poor, but due to lack of enough surplus, they're not able to do that. And with these services, when the NRIs come and seek the higher level of services from those private hospitals, probably their earning will be better and they will earmark part of their income, part of their profit for serving the rural population from the same locality. So, in one sense, our own brothers and sisters are helping their own brothers and sisters. And this happens a lot in other industries. I have seen, if you go to US, I went to a optical shop, which it says, if you buy a pair of glasses from here, we'll be able to give 2 pairs of glasses to some 2 poor people in a developing world. And I have seen that optical chain has grown 300 times in 3 years as a business. Imagine, and they truly contribute that money, part of their profit, sending to different charitable hospitals for serving people with a pair of glasses. So probably my thinking is the more and more our NRIs come and seek services from our hospitals, our talented doctors, our talented healthcare facilities, probably the healthcare facilities would contribute part of their earning to treat a poor man and woman from the same locality. And as we know, the poor tend to seek services from that radius, and hence it will be your contribution which is actually helping another person because you came and took the treatment from your state or your district hospital, which your contribution is actually helping the local person. That will be an amazing, it's a dream for me now, but if it happens, probably that will be a huge balancing factor for our world.
Wonderful.
Although I said that 400 million people have got the insurance from the government, but still there are many people who are, due to variety of reasons, are not eligible to get that insurance facility. They can benefit through this model of private hospitals contributing bit of from their profit through yours by serving you. So it's in essence you are serving the poor, and which can be a great
Movement.
impact for the country. So, hence, in conclusion, what I wanted to say is it's not just medical tourism to benefit from cost factor or benefiting from the economic factor, but it has wide ranging impact across the society. Imagine by default, you will pull up the quality when you keep coming here and you share your expectations. The hospitals will try to cope with your expectations, and they will be better and better and better day by day. So in a sense, you are helping in quality factor also. So it has, as I said, it has variety of benefits for the country as a whole, for the society, and for human life. So, hence, I would say that medical tourism is the need of the hour. And what I am also doing, I do teach some of the young healthcare managers as a adjunct professor, and I keep telling them, some of you need to be entrepreneurs in facilitating medical tourism in the country as the middleman between the patients from foreign countries or NRIs and the hospital. And that's a great need. Although our NRI friends may have their relatives in this country, but still, due to long time gap and all that, some of them may have lost the touch. Hence, when they arrive in India for any treatment, they need support of somebody, of an organization, of an entrepreneur who would kind of do all the work, starting from receiving them at the airport till the healing process and till sending them off in the same airport back home, back to the country from where they came from. So this kind of need is very important. Like just one kind of a one stop facility for seeking these services in India. And for this region in Punjab, I'm trying to mold some of the young entrepreneurs who have shown interest, and probably we have to do some handholding to those people, and they can be good entrepreneurs with by serving you all, and also them surviving in the long run as social and ethical human beings in this country, serving as well as earning both ways. And that would be a kind of a great moment for all of us, that we have excellent healthcare facilities, we have excellent catalysts. I call them as catalysts. These catalysts, we need many catalysts in our country, and they should be in every part of the country to facilitate this kind of processes in the healthcare industry. So the entire ecosystem, healthcare ecosystem, will benefit out of it. Not only the doctors, not only the hospitals, but also the entire manufacturing of consumables, medicines, equipment, plus employment generation in the country. That would be a great help to the country as well as to the humanity if all our NRI brothers and sisters try to seek healthcare services as part of the medical tourism innovation in country in India. Thank you.
Wow. That's very powerful, Dr. Saab. That's very powerful. I think very positive, very powerful, futuristic, forward looking, serving and earning, because it generates entrepreneurship also, it generates employment also, it generates employment a multiplier also, economic multiplier also. That is something remarkable. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is Dr. Kirti Bhushan Pradhanji, and he had been associated with our chamber for quite some time. And I still recall a couple of medical tourism conferences which our chamber had been organizing. He has been delivering a lot of meaningful keynote address over there, talks over there from time to time. We are so grateful to you, Professor Saab. We are so grateful to you, Dr. Saab, and we look forward to your valuable support. And we will work together in future also to serve our brothers and sisters, non-resident Indians, Indian diaspora, and of course, other foreign patients who are coming to India the best possible way. Thank you. Thank you very much, Dr. Saab.